Hi, welcome to Tally Together, where we do dumb stuff. I'm Evan.
And I'm Haley.
And this week we're going to be talking about more movie trailers. We're going to talk about Black Widow and the Wonder Woman trailer that came out together because we feel that they're both kind of like
superhero movies.
Superhero movies, so they go together pretty well.
So, do you want to talk about the Wonder Woman trailer first?
Sure. So, I'm not normally huge on DC movies. I like DC, but I haven't really been the most impressed with their movies for the most part. However, Wonder Woman is definitely my favorite movie that's came out of the DC cinematic universe so far. So this trailer I was pretty excited for.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. Are you considering Joker being considered part of the DC universe or not? Because I think
it is, but it's still, I think I still like Wonder Woman a little better.
Gotcha.
Just because I think Joker's different.
Yeah, I like Joker better if we're considering those in the same class, but it's a very different type of movie. But overall, otherwise, I definitely lean towards Wonder Woman as well. I'm not a fan of how they've handled their other films so far.
Yeah, but the trailer kind of confused me. Because, I don't know a ton about DC Comics for a lot of stuff, unless we're talking about Nightwing or The Flash, because those are my favorite DC characters. But other than that, I don't know a ton of comic knowledge about Wonder Woman and stuff. So I was super confused why we saw her love interest, who's played by Chris Pine, in this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get a really good explanation, but I am super confused why he's here.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he doesn't isn't like a Captain America where he has super soldier serum and got frozen ice whenever he went in his plane crash. I'm pretty sure he just was supposed to just die. Well, because he blew up in the sky. So I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get it.
I think that this one looks like it might be a lot more fun because it almost had a Guardians vibe.
It
Which,
did look
it's
really
set in the
upbeat
80s, so.
and fun, and I feel like it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to have some nice comedy aspects to it, but I think we're still going to get the stuff we liked from the first Wonder Woman, with some serious good character development with her and stuff like that, and then I think we'll still have some rockin' superhero fight scenes. And
I
stuff
will
like that
say,
too,
our dad mentioned to me about the Wonder Woman trailer. He said that he thought it looked like it was going to be, I guess a little more realistic was the way he worded it, and I was like, I don't know where you got that from the trailer at all. Because he's not a huge fan of when superheroes are all powerful or whatever, because it just seems dumb to him, and I'm like, but that's kind of what Wonder Woman is. She's kind of crazy awesome. So, but I was like, to me, the scenes where they're kind of in a ship going hyperspace or whatever.
Yeah.
Which somebody called that her, I don't know, ship of invisibility or something like that. I don't know exactly what they called it.
She does have invisible.
I was I don't know how Dad watched it and then came to the conclusion that it was going to be more realistic.
I think he took it as realistic because the dude was like, is it a trash can or art?
I don't know.
Because maybe he just doesn't understand art.
It looked like a really good trailer. I was actually super impressed with it.
It looked like a really good trailer. It was a good trailer. It looks like it's a good movie.
Well, yeah, but
I want to say another thing about the trailer, because the trailer does have these comical vibes and stuff to it too, but I think this is going to be it's like you said, it's going to be a fun movie in the 80s with but I still want them to get I really need them to explain to me why he's back.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions
because the first half of the trailer,
answer.
Before he shows up, I'm like, this looks sick. We're talking to these other people. She's talking about him. She's like, yeah, I had one love or whatever, right? Talking to this girl and all these people and stuff. She's having flashbacks to the Amazon and all that stuff. And then, and I said the Amazon because I don't remember the name of her home island right now. But then they just throw him in the trailer and she's like, but I don't get it.
Yeah, there was a lot of questions with the trailer, and I guess maybe I wish that they wouldn't have had him in the trailer, even though I understand why they did from a marketing perspective, because they want people to know that he's back, even though I didn't have any suspicions that he wasn't going to be back, but I wish that it wasn't revealed just meh, he's here, we'll maybe explain it in the movie. And, I mean, who knows, maybe he's just a hallucination or something. That'd be funny.
But, yeah, I'm gonna need some serious, like, as much as I want this to be a really fun and uplifting movie, but still keep the same, like, super cool fight scenes from Wonder Woman, the first one and stuff, I'm gonna need some serious talk time with character development for this guy.
Yeah. So, but overall, looks like it's going to actually be pretty good.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie. I know you are too. I think everybody that we know is pretty happy to see this movie, I think.
And so, unless you have anything else to add.
No, that's it.
Right. The Black Widow trailer, which was a much more mysterious trailer, which, very different types of characters, of course.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC, and Wonder Woman's very flashy, and
one's
Black Widow's like
super spy assassin, and the other one's...
So definitely the trailers kind of fit like what you would expect from their like theming of the characters themselves as a whole. It was a very, I mean, Black Widow trailer, I think everyone had a lot more questions about the movie than when they came into the trailer.
I've been waiting for this trailer forever because I've been wanting like a Black Widow movie since like we started getting like all the other movies.
Yeah. I think this movie might be seriously awesome. I did see, like, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is a way for them to set up, like, a new Black Widow.
I mean, probably.
Because of, you know, we're seeing these,
we saw her sister.
New people from, like, say, the Red Room and stuff like that. However, the actress, supposedly, the actress that is playing, Yelena, actually has said that to her that's not what the movie was. Like, basically said she's not taking over the mantle. Now, whether that's true, whether that was reported weird, who knows. But I think it'll definitely be interesting, and this is taking place in between Civil War and Infinity War. And that's been like 100% confirmed, because the big thing after the trailer came out was people arguing that it happened right after Winter Soldier, which didn't make any sense. But I did like that there was a ton of Easter eggs in this trailer, because there was a lot of callbacks to Infinity War and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe saying that some of the people in this film aren't going to make it all the way to Infinity War, because we see that the like top piece of her uniform, I don't know what to call it, like her like vest that she wore like in Infinity War was actually Elena's or something like that. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I almost question if just like literally everyone we saw is just going to die other than her.
Yeah.
Because like to me, like all these people, like I mean even the one dude, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me, the super dude, like kind of like Russian looking Captain America they have.
Yeah, his name's Captain.
Yeah, I know he's a captain, but I don't remember what he's captain of.
Yeah,
But to me, like, he seemed like super pumped. He was like, heck yeah, we're back in the saddle, let's go. Like, all these people seemed kind of like totally down as soon as Black Widow showed up to come back and fight with her for whatever, and she hadn't even told them what they were going to do yet.
Yeah.
So to me, like, I feel like they're literally just going to kill all these people in this movie.
Probably.
Because otherwise they would have probably been there in Infinity War.
The other thing that I saw, though, was people, you know, theorizing that maybe Natasha wasn't the one who died in Endgame. Because
that, like,
Yelena was, like, because they have, like, the face masks and stuff, and since she was wearing the vest, like, that's been the other theory that's gone around. Which then, of course, plays to the question of where was Natasha during this whole thing? Because why would she have not been, you know...
kill Natasha now and then
be like,
it wasn't her dying, but she already died too anyways.
So, I mean, that one doesn't really hold a lot of credibility, because that would just be...
That's weird.
Yeah. But I am super excited for it. The interesting thing is Taskmaster. A lot of people are talking about that and discussing...
I don't think he looks the best.
Well, the big discussion is who is he? I've seen people throwing around that it's Barney Barton. And some people throwing around even that it's Clint. Which I don't think really fits into the timeline necessarily, because like he was already Hawkeye, so why would he then be Taskmaster and then
he didn't really go back to Hawkeye.
No, but like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because, and the other thing people are talking about is he actually is using a different arm for his bow.
Right.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense. However, Taskmaster does copy people's powers,
like
so
his thing.
It's possible that maybe he was fighting Hawkeye and so at some point and had copied his powers.
Yeah.
And so, like, maybe he does, like, a mirror image of whatever powers he sees. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know a lot about him, but there's been a lot of theories about who
Taskmaster is dope in general because he's like, I mean, he throws hands with everybody, but, and I mean, it's not, they can do whatever they want. They can say he mirrors their power or whatever, but he can just copy anything. So, I mean, I didn't really even think about it being like, oh, it's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
It's Taskmaster, because to me, like, Taskmaster can copy anything he sees.
Yeah.
So if he's ever fought Hawkeye before, he can just shoot a bow just as good as Hawkeye. That's just how it works for him.
I do think it'll be interesting to see, like, who we see in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, like, really the first time the films kind of went back and been set in between two other big movies. So, I mean, at this point,
instead of just like, oh, it starts before them, but now we're gonna go to the right part in the timeline.
Some of the Captain America movies and Iron Man's, like, they all kind of, like, in Thor, like, they all kind of coincided with each other, but they didn't, like, backtrack majorly. Like, this is backtracking to, like, between 2 and 3 movies ago.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how is that handled. Like, are we going to see Tony at some point in here? Because he's not dead. I know there was reports that Sebastian was on set, so we might see
I
the
thought
Winter
it
Soldier
honestly
in here.
made sense to see, like, the Winter Soldier in this.
Yeah, like,
because
it makes sense
me,
to see all of the Nomads in this, because this is the time period when they were
but
on the
I don't,
run.
well, I wanted, I mean, I don't imagine this would happen. I thought it would be cool because, like, you know, these are all people, Red Room stuff, so I thought it would almost be super cool if, like, he came and, like, was really a big part of this movie with him. But I also thought that didn't really make sense because he's in Wakanda,
yeah.
You know.
I do think that we might be seeing a lot of flashbacks, so I think that might be what a lot of people are on set for. I will be slightly disappointed if we don't see Hawkeye in this movie because
Hawkeye's your favorite.
Well, because they're talking about they're in Budapest, which has been like this big callback between the two of them.
I just want a Budapest movie at this point.
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought we were getting. I thought we were getting something that was set like way back. And
maybe
like,
we'll get a Hawkeye movie that's
not
just about Budapest.
I don't think that's likely.
Why don't you
he's getting the show?
Just let it happen?
But I am really excited to see how they handle this film and what storyline we actually follow. I mean, I would definitely say I'm more excited for this than the Wonder Woman the Wonder Woman movie after seeing the trailer. But that's because I'm a lot more interested in what type of story they're going to tell in Black Widow. Because, like, Wonder Woman, like, we've already seen stuff from her. Black Widow, we've kind of
it's a sequel versus, like, the start of a first
and
time.
It seems a lot more mysterious. Like, we've already seen, like...
Yeah, it's a spy movie.
Like, we can already see that, like, her man's back in Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So, like, there's one mystery solved.
Yeah.
So, like, we know nothing really about the Black Widow movie.
I loved how they, like, did the little introduction thing with, like, Elena and her, like, having their little, like, mysterious fight scene and all this stuff, and they were like, oh, haha, just kidding, I'm not gonna murder you. But, so... I'm looking forward to see all these playful interactions of all these characters that are all, like, mostly super murderous, technically, but they're all, like, they get along.
I want to see Marvel do something really cool with the film campaign for this movie. Because Marvel has kind of, like...
What do you want now?
They, like... I mean, they just
You always want Marvel to do stuff.
No,
weird.
I like when production companies really go out and, like, come up with something really cool for fans to do in the header up to the movie, and Marvel doesn't do that.
I mean, like, the Knives Out thing with, like,
something like that. They're not the only one that's done it. I mean, Sherlock did it for the TV show on BBC. They do these games and different things, and it's silly stuff, and it doesn't really have any consequences, but it's always really fun to do, and it hypes people up. Marvel doesn't do that because they don't need to hype anyone up. Really.
Weren't you literally the person that said you didn't want a single trailer for Endgame?
Well, yes, because that would have been a cool marketing campaign. And I think it would have been one of the only films that could have managed it and still made the same money. I don't think Endgame releasing any trailers changed what it did at the box office.
Probably not.
So, that's why I said that. Because
Sure,
that.
Let's hope for Haley's sake that Black Widow has some really weird spy campaign to
They're
market.
not going to, but it would be fun.
Yeah. I'm probably looking forward to Black Widow a little more, same as Haley, but I'm a major Marvel person compared to DC. Even though I still like DC, this just
And
Wonder
I'm
Woman just isn't
excited
my cup
for
of tea.
Wonder Woman
As far as
because
comics.
it's something that they've handled better than I think their
Yeah,
other films so far.
other than like Aquaman, Joker, and Wonder Woman, I actually, here's my thing, controversial. I like Man of Steel.
Mhm.
I really enjoy Man of Steel. So really, I've got like 4 DC movies I like. The other ones I don't really like though. But that's kind of it for us.
Yep.
Both trailers look amazing.
Yep.
I've watched them a couple times now, but not as much as I've seen Free Guy and the other ones.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for us. So we're out. Cut.